Book 4, Lesson 1. Benefit. Benefit. Verb. To help or be helpful to. To be useful to. That preschool program benefits young children. Noun. Number 1. Something that is useful or helpful, that does good. One of the benefits of my exercise program is that I sleep better. Number 2. An event held to raise money for a cause. The library's benefit raised enough money for a new children's room.
Now, let's review word meaning. Choose A or B. People hold benefits to A. Raise money, or B. Lose money. If you said A, you are correct. Benefits are events people pay to attend. The money raised goes for certain causes.
Complete. Complete. Adjective. 1. Having no missing parts. Whole. She bought a complete set of woodworking tools at a yard sale. Number 2. Finished. The new wing on the high school is now complete. Verb. To finish. Schubert did not complete his 8th symphony, so it's nicknamed the Unfinished.
Now let's review word meaning. Yes or no. If your work is complete, you don't have to do it anymore. If you said yes, you are correct. Complete means finished or done.
Develop. Develop. Verb. Number 1. To go through a process of growth. Running regularly develops strong leg muscles. Number 2. To bring or come into being. The day after I brushed against the poison ivy, a rash developed on my leg.
Now, let's review word meaning. True or false? Photographers use chemicals to develop their pictures. If you said true, you are right. Photographers apply chemicals to film to bring out the pictures.
Dismay. Dismay. Verb. To cause feelings of fear, worry, or surprise. A large crack in the ceiling of our newly painted kitchen dismayed my parents. Noun. A sudden loss of courage because of fear or worry. Just after we began hiking, we were filled with dismay when we heard the rumble of a rock slide.
Now, let's review word meaning. Choose A or B. Which would be more likely to cause you dismay? A. A rip in your new sweater, or B. A pleasant afternoon. If you said A, you are correct. Getting a rip in a new piece of clothing would not make you feel happy.
Ease. Ease. Noun. A state of being comfortable, without worry, pain, or trouble. Since I took a course in public speaking, I feel much more at ease when I give a speech. Verb. To make less worried, pained, or troubled. It eased my mind to hear you were safe.
Now, let's review word meaning. Yes or no. Sitting in a comfortable chair would make most people feel at ease. If you said yes, you are right. Most people would feel very relaxed sitting in a comfortable chair.
Hail. Hail. Small lumps of frozen rain. The hail, bouncing off the metal roof of the garage, made a terrible racket. Verb. Number 1. To fall as frozen rain. My father's corn plants suffered a lot of damage when it hailed yesterday. Number 2. To greet or welcome, usually with admiration. The band played "Hail to the Chief" as the president came in.
Now, let's review word meaning. True or false? When you hail someone, you wish the person well as you say goodbye. If you said false, you are correct. You hail a person to greet or welcome him or her.
Lack. Lack. Verb. To be without. He never sees the funny side of things because he lacks a sense of humor. Noun. A shortage. A lack of money to pay the staff forced our library to close on weekends.
Now, let's review word meaning. Choose A or B. Which of these might be caused by a lack of money? A. A rainy day. Or B. A party being canceled. If you said B, you are correct. You must have money to buy food, drinks, and other items for a party. You cannot use money to change the weather.
Master. Master. Adjective. Number 1. Chief. Main. Throw the master switch to turn on the power. Number 2. Having or showing great skill. Rick is a master carpenter. Verb. To become skilled at. My mother mastered the new computer program in just a few weeks.
Now, let's review word meaning. Yes or no? It's easy to master a foreign language. If you said no, you are correct. It takes a lot of hard work to master something.
Patriot. Patriot. Noun. One who loves, supports, and is loyal to his or her country. Giuseppe Garibaldi was an Italian patriot who fought tirelessly to unite his country. Patriotic. Patriotic. Adjective. Having or showing love of one's country. America the Beautiful is a patriotic song that was written by Catherine Lee Bates. Patriotism. Patriotism. Noun. Love of one's country. Some people show their patriotism by proudly flying their country's flag.
Now, let's review word meaning. True or false? Supporting your school shows patriotism. If you said false, you're correct. Patriotism has to do with supporting one's country.
Project. Project. Noun. A plan or idea for doing something. My science project is going to show what acid rain does to plants. Project. Project. Verb. Number 1. To stick out. Nails are still projecting out of the new floor, so be careful where you walk. Number 2. To cause an image to be shown on a screen. This machine projects color slides, but not movies.
Now, let's review word meaning. Choose A or B. Which of these could be considered a project? A. Turning off a light. Or B. Painting your bedroom. If you said B, you are correct. A project is something you plan for. You don't need to plan to turn off a light.
Recommend. Recommend. Verb. Number 1. To make a statement of praise. I love The Secret Garden and I highly recommend it. Number 2. To give advice, to suggest. Dentists usually recommend that you have a checkup twice a year.
Now, let's review word meaning. Choose A or B? Which would you recommend to a friend? A. A movie that bored you. Or B. A movie you enjoyed. If you said B, you're correct. Friends ask people to recommend things that they enjoy, not things that bore them.
Remark. Remark. Verb. To say. To make a comment. My grandmother remarked on how well I looked. Noun. Something said. A comment. When no one else could think of anything to say, I made a remark about how badly we needed rain. Remarkable. Say, remarkable. Remarkable. Adjective. Deserving of being noticed. Unusual. For such a young child, he had remarkable strength.
Now, let's review word meaning. Choose A or B. Which of these would be remarkable? A. A long line at the bank. Or B. A parade of cows wearing jewelry. If you said B, you're right. Cows wearing jewelry would be quite unusual or remarkable.
Represent. Represent. Verb. Number 1. To stand for or in place of. 3 dots represent the letter S in the Morse code. Number 2. To act in place of. Each state in the U.S. elects 2 senators to represent it in Congress.
Now, let's review word meaning. Choose A or B. A comma in a sentence represents A. A missing letter, or B. A pause. If you said B, you are correct. When you come to a comma in your reading, you pause briefly.
Sufficient. Sufficient. Adjective. Enough to fill a need. 10 lessons on the oboe were sufficient to earn me a place in the school band.
Now, let's review word meaning. Yes or no? 1 apple would be sufficient food for a person for 1 day. If you said no, you're correct. 1 apple would not be enough. People must eat many different foods each day to stay healthy.
Utter. Utter. Verb. To make sounds with the voice. To speak. Please don't utter another word.
Now, let's review word meaning. Choose A or B. If you promise not to utter 1 word, you must remain A. Friendly, or B. Silent. If you said B, you are right. If you utter something, you are not silent.
Next, let's move to today's story, Sequoia's Gift. Sequoia was a remarkable man in many ways. He was a skilled silversmith and painter. He also served as a soldier, but he is remembered today for inventing a written language. Sequoia was a member of the Cherokee Nation, the son of a Native American mother and a British father. A patriotic person, he was dismayed that white people were taking over more and more of the Cherokee lands. There was no easy way for Cherokees to be in touch with each other because they lacked a written language. Words spoken in Cherokee were lost as soon as they were uttered. Sequoia believed that the Cherokee people would benefit greatly if they had a written language and could read and write. Newspapers could spread the word of what was happening to people. Books could record their history. He made up his mind that he would try to develop a written language for his people. The project, which he began in 1809, took 12 years to complete. He and his daughter worked together. She carefully sounded out each syllable. Then Sequoia represented each one with a letter that he chose from the English, Greek, and Hebrew alphabets. 86 letters were sufficient to cover all the sounds of the Cherokee language. Sequoia used this new written language in a message he sent to the leaders of the Cherokee Nation. The leaders were impressed with how simple the system was. They recommended that the new written language be taught to everyone who wanted to learn to read and write. People liked it because it could be learned quickly and with ease. Those who mastered it went on to teach others. The Cherokees set up schools to teach Sequoia's alphabet and began to publish books and newspapers in their new language. The first Native American newspaper, the Cherokee Phoenix, was published on February 21, 1828. It was followed by a flood of other newspapers and books. In his later years, Sequoia traveled throughout North America studying other Native American languages. Everywhere he went, he was hailed for his invention, which played such an important part in uniting the Cherokee people. He died in 1843. His memory is honored in California's giant sequoia trees and its beautiful Sequoia National Park. The end.